Well, that's ass. But screw him. It's not that simple. Because of him, I'm Olivia. The poor, sad cripple. Oddly, you're Olivia. Just Olivia. No, that's also not it. I'm not Olivia. I'm God's funniest joke. Well, I certainly did not expect this to happen today. To be fair, there were signs of something big, and where I'm more superstitious, I'm pretty sure I would have said something like that it was in the cards or something. But hearing it from Olivia, even as my own thoughts are reflected back at me, it's also ridiculous in a cosmic sense. Sure, the traumas were real, but after having it all drained in the talk, a smile forced to enter my face. Starts with a clearing in my throat, then develops into the hiccup-like utterances. Olivia looks at me with no clue what's causing it. Place a hand on my forehead, begin to shake as a laugh peels out of my mouth. What are you? She tries to ask, but my unrelenting, hideous laughter is already forcing her to smile herself. The laugh quickly deepens as I see the effect it has on her, going from a simple snicker to a belly laugh that quickly becomes self-sustaining, and I can't stop it afford it. Yeah, no, seriously. What are you? Olivia is overtaken by my infectious stupidity and quickly falls into her most beautiful, ugly, snorting cackle. Oink, oink. Oink, oink. Oh boy. She has to place a hand on me to brace herself in her exhausted state, but she too is unable to stop the laughter that follows, and as it tears through us both. Everything is left poured out in those few moments of laughter, tears winking in the corners of her eyes and throats aching from the exertion. The first begin teetering off, with insanity subsiding as quick as it had come on. But Albert acts a catalyst. Olivia begins to come off of it as well, placing her head back onto my shoulder with her lidded eyes. We sit like that for a few minutes, breathing heavily. The rain is pattering so softly now. The ground on which we sit is thoroughly soaked, but the rainfall begins to ease to a halt, with a few faint god rays coming out here and there. Come on, don't be like that. The original didn't do that either. The silence we share right now, I wish I could bottle it. You can talk for hours with so many people. You could talk for hours with so many people you might meet over a single interest. But silence, comfortable silence, such a rare thing. Being able to sit without a single idea being exchanged. How would you ever know what this feels like? Devoid of the normal expectations of babbling small talk. Neither of us is chafing as we sit shoulder to shoulder. I'd verbalize my content, but that would ruin the moment although ironically. Seriously though, what was that? Just thinking about how stupid we both are. Speak for yourself. No, I mean it. We are both killing ourselves over nothing. I mean, we both feel how we feel, and that can't be helped. But maybe we didn't try to help it. She helps affirmatively, and I put all into words. You're not a joke. I appreciate it. Am I a dick-headed loser? What? No, then I'll trust you. Because you have every reason to see it that way, too. So it's too hard to trust that I don't hate you and see you as anything other than just Olivia? She doesn't respond, instead deepening that frown. I nudge her slightly. Maybe it is. I still don't believe you enough to... I think of myself that way. But knowing you, and believing in you like the way I do, makes me feel less shitty? Maybe unsure that I'm looking at myself clearly. I snuck at a cool, muggy breath. We're both not good people. Not bad either. Not an easy thing to put in a box. I was an asshole, but I gave you something anyway, apparently. You hurt me. It pales in comparison to how glad I have been since coming to St. Hammond's. Olivia cinches up her hoodie and buries her face into my shoulder and refuses to relent. It needs to be said. Still, we chose how we acted. Ben didn't do this, but you did. No alarms this time, Anon? Just fucking kiss already. So, what, I ruined my own life then? So what, I ruined my own life then? Ben did what he did, but he hasn't been in your life since. So it wasn't on him who got us here. There's no Naomi in this story. I chose comfort over challenge as I ended up here. In a way, I'm thankful. I wouldn't be here with you right now. In another sense, it's what got me here. I gotta decide what to do next. The future is simply the remaining destinations after getting to the present. I never know where to start, Anon. Let's just be honest. It's about how fucked the situation is. I can't help but feel so happy that we're both talking right now. Do you think everyone else you care for deserves this openness? I didn't hurt the others. Haven't you?
Fuck you. But you're right.
There's nothing more to lose, Olivia. I shift to sit on my knees, carefully avoiding knocking off fragile cover over. I'm me, and you're you. But that doesn't mean all we'll ever be is the worst parts of who we used to be, defined by some act of God or self-absorbed stucco president. Talking about Naomi here? The only shame is in refusing to change. I can see that now. Painful as it is, you can't sit in the rain and complain you're wet. Get what I mean? We gotta get up and out of the storm before we get dry. You're dumb way of asking me to come inside. It's a good segue, I think. He moves to mask my posture, adroitly making up for a lack of legs with a tall muscular tail as an extra limb. Sorry, Olivia, for whatever it's worth. And I forgive whatever you think you've done, not out of pity, but because you're my friend. Where it begins to piddle into mere sprinkles here and there. The ground around us slowly being lit once again by the sun.
Me too. I mean, same to you, Anna.
Tears are gone. Though perhaps she simply run out. Not only is the black eyeshadow... Not only black eye... Listen, if she didn't put on makeup this morning, you wash that shit off, Anon. When you... Right here. When a woman goes to bed, right? You wash off the makeup from today, or else it rubs off on your fucking pillows. Like any she wears, she put on today. And it's implied that she didn't. Or at least very little. Really? Eyeshadow is the one she went for? Ugh. It's like the one detail she can't live without. Smiling so warmly right now, I find myself mirroring it. And she slowly places her arms around my neck and drags me to an embrace. Brain malfunctions at first, but I quickly catch on and return it. Careful to keep my arms in a healthy and respectful position in the middle of her back. You mean the small of her back? One, or maybe both of us, bumps the umbrella and it flimsily collapses, bathing us in the sunbeams. Neither moves to correct it with the rain practically gone. That's so lame! In the original, isn't that not how it happened? Like, it was still raining, right? Maybe I forgot. Maybe I forgot. That's so cheesy, though. I'm smiling. It's a good thing. Because, you know, I like that. But you need to... Come on, ham it up. You're so close. She's soft, but despite desperately clinging as she... nuzzles into my shoulder. It's beyond imagination, and clearly beyond my prediction to ever occur. Follow her lead and place my face on her shoulder. Peaches. Why does she always put on the peaches? Come on! Olivia, if you're putting on perfume, you know you got some other scents to go with. Unless she actually smells like perfume, like peaches herself, which is weird. I don't think I associate her with anyone else anymore. I could devour an entire peach and just think about her ass. Wait, that doesn't sound good. Anyway, we both linger until I feel her grip soften, but she doesn't pull away. Then a soft bellowing rumble shakes my shoulder. Is she snoring? Actually, it's astounding she didn't pass out sooner. Feels weird holding onto someone who's technically unconscious, but I don't want to wake her. Short of doing that, I'd have to drop her. So I give her a moment of rest as I sink deeper into the hug to hold her up. There's a shifting between us that almost causes me to fly back, but I hold fast knowing that Olivia would collapse face first. Then, faint squeaking. Trying to get an angle on the source, and Olivia's hoodie pocket is writhing on its own and squeaking. Is it her phone? After a few minutes, the far-off lunch bell rings, rousing her from her slump. How was that? A couple of minutes, figured you needed it. Is that a mouse in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Trans Olivia, I'm on board. But which direction is she going? Is she a trans man or a trans woman? I think we're going, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Anon, you lucky scoundrel. Anon is standing there like, you know, he's wide-eyed, like, holy oh my god. And I'm like, yeah, and I rib him, and I like hit him with my elbow in the ribs. Anon, you lucky bastard. He just falls over dead. Shit, I didn't think I was her. Oh shit, I didn't think I was... Wait. She look of supreme confusion when full realization dawns to her. Oh! She sits back and holds a hand to the pocket, where a tiny grey rodent head pops out from. Shit, didn't think it was right. This is Guts. He's a rat, so you're still wrong. Guts, huh? Maybe it would be hypocritical to rib her over it, but I got a feeling Olivia and I have the same unspoken media interest. We could talk about it later. At the arcade! Olivia places him on her shoulder, and I bring two fingers on him to sniff at. He playfully nips at them before realizing the fleshy things presenting to him are in fact not food. Bring a rat to school? It's weird as hell. That ain't a cool way. I just needed him today with everything that would happen. She scratches the rat under his chin.
I bring him to the days when I need him the most. He never bothers anyone. Olivia saw, Yadikan saw him once, but just said not to let him out of my sight. Ran to school bed looking home.
I look at Olivia's discarded chair. Yeah, right. We should get going. 1 minute. I retrieve it, wiping off the healthy slathering of mud on one wheel and bring it over to her. Olivia easily helps herself into the seat with her tail.
Thanks.
The trek back isn't far. Neither of us is in a rush to get moving. Even when the tardy bell rings, we stand basking among the trees that surround us.
It's really okay, Anon?
Is what okay?
The contest. What happens now?
Someone in the current top 5 is going to win. No point in making fuss about it either. I already caught it a week ago.
What if you didn't?
If Ben's parents didn't do the nasty, it'd be different now. But we're because of everything that happened. You're sorry, it's enough. No one needs to fry over a mistake. Don't worry about what could be when you've got enough to worry about what is.
Guess. Wish you were able to submit that picture after all.
Yeah, me too, but that is always next year.
Anon, we're seniors.
Who said I'm graduating this year? She snickers at that, both throwing her head back and closing her eyes.
I don't go yet. Too tired.
My eyes are drawn to the handles on her back. There for a reason, even if Olivia was jealously guards them. Why doesn't she just remove them? She even knocked the wind out of Damien with a tail once when he grabbed for one to help her. I'm not to say I'm literally more cool with her than her god sibling, but I walk behind her and grab the handles firmly, already pushing. Too bad, education waits for no one.
What are you?
She cranes her head at me, before feigning a pout and turning back forward.
This is only for today, just so you know.
I nod to her, though she can't see it. Then look back to the snapped umbrella. You're completing a mission, soldier. Time to rest now. It's probably lost and no one gives a shit. Everyone just buys a new one. As we make our way back, Olivia keeps throwing her head back to glance as if I'd disappear. And each time she will renew that genuine smile as the sunlight refracted off her silver eyes. God damn, Ben was right. I was missing a camera when you wanted the most. Not that Olivia would let me survive the attempt, but if only. We certainly a sight to behold when we make it back to St. Hammond. Luckily, with classes already in session, there are few prying eyes and few curious glances. Each person we pass in the hall still sees 2 sopping wet, mud-tracking dorks, one of which is trying the best to hide herself behind a backpack from the sight. Unsuccessfully, might I add, causing the scales to run on her face. Just like before, just trying to get to where Olivia's next class is like pulling teeth from a gator, I suppose. Wait, no. Just like before, trying to get where Olivia's next class is from her is like pulling teeth from a gator, I suppose. But I don't blame her for not being up to it, so I fall back to my next class. Using her key to access the second floor, we make our way to Yadikan's AP photography class, already in session. Olivia knocks on his closed door, and he quickly answers. The rapport between the two is something else, as he wordlessly ushers her in, and Olivia makes her way to the back room. We're both still dripping slightly as we split. Her to the supply closet, and me to my seat beside Ben. I try my best to ignore him. After the conversation we just had, it'd be hard not to let even a little contempt show. Everyone has their own side of the story, but I fucking doubt anything could justify what he'd done to Olivia, her own agency aside. The audacity with which I remember him washing his hands of it and acting like a concerned ex-friend. The whole situation just goes to show you can't always read people by what they put themselves forwards as. What? The whole situation just goes to show that you can't always read people by what they put forwards themselves. Oh. I had a very wrong idea there. I do my best to pay attention to Yadikan's lecture, which loses no steam on his part, in spite of the interruption. I don't wonder what drives this guy. When school bell rings, he points his finger to me before pointing down. Ruh-roh! Guess I'm still in trouble for this. It'll be worth it. The classroom empties out, and Yadikan locks the door. Guess he doesn't have a final period. So, care to explain? Explain, sire? Yadikan taps his foot. It's more as if he's anxious to hear than contemplating punishment. He rolls his eyes and walks to the supply closet and signals for Olivia to come out. Yes, the mouth of the trench closed. The invocation of my classroom is sanctuary. Shh up. The impulse to joke about getting mixed up and thinking a rain dance was to stop the weather is strong, but only play the fool here. This is my tale to tell. Olivia must think the same, as she doesn't even look at me before saying, I was having a bad day. Gut stands on his hind legs, staring up at Yadikan as the gator girl shivers. And Yadikan extends a finger to scratch the rodent's chin. I can certainly see that. He sits, intent on hearing the rest, with a hand motion to continue. When she fails to, he motions to me. I look between the two. I know Olivia trusts me and all, but because of that, it'll be her who has to tell her mentor. Crosses his arms, his mouth twists expectantly. Olivia looks at me with pleading eyes, but I can't comply. I offer what I can, but the rest is up to her. Oh, my head shake. I hope my head shake and next words convey that well enough to her. Olivia and I just got trapped in the rain and helped her back. Of course. That's all he needed to hear. Can I tell you some other time? Oh, sure. Whatever it was, it sounds like you recovered pretty well. The faith shared between these two boggles the mind. There's a level of understanding. You already mentioned that. And you already hammered on it, too. Olivia nods bashfully with a tired smile. Was it about your work again? Yeah. Oh, this girl. You know, the work she's so concerned about absolutely wrecks the grading curve for my class. For the sake of the students, I had to put a limit on extra credit assignments. Wait, there's a curve in art? Oh, and Olivia's included in the calculation? Fear grips me at the realization that I hadn't actually been checking my grades since starting here. Yargan laughs. As I said, thankfully for you and all your peers, there's an upper limit. 4 years ago, this little green goblin rolled into my class, turned the grading structure upside down with a quarter. Young lady simply does too much. That doesn't sound healthy, though. Olivia smiles to herself, but is otherwise occupied with the pet in her lap. Was that good even a freshman year? Well, duh, she won the annual contest. Stolen as she sees it, her talent as a parent. Yes, but if I graded on technique alone, you'd all be failing, Anon. So it's not just that, it's a drive. You've seen it, I'm sure. I've never seen someone so enthused to paint, and certainly never someone so enthused as to force my hand in changing rules like that. I'm worried it stopped me, Olivia interjects, her voice still hoarse from all the talking today. Was I now? Certainly sounds like me, but it didn't stop you not one bit. Heck, that year you even got me to see some things differently.
I don't think I did anything like that.
Oh, you most certainly did. It was the Friday before Mother's Day in your freshman year. Behold your handiwork. He holds aloft a signature quill pen for both of us to see before handing it to me. The feathers on the leaf are short, soft, yet always retains its shape. Your pen? It's actually from my wife. Gift from his wife? I look at it more in detail and note the faded engravings along the shaft. It's well worn, but it shows maintenance you can afford a sentimental object. This isn't just a tool to miss the attic on clearly, even the aged brass seemed freshly polished. When it clicks that this is a feather literally from his wife, I squirm and politely hand it back. She came in an afternoon with a whole pack of crumpled painting drafts, so frustrated that she couldn't sit right, and so determined to make it perfect. Oh, we're just doing this. It's like, oh, it's a cute little thing. Does it always feel like the ends of these stories are like a little long? Like it's a little too much tail? I think we're just done with this chapter. Maybe it's a little note. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. It could have been worse. Surely hope you all like the talk between them in the rain. Of course, it will always need to be different for me. It goes for a variety of reasons, but the real defining moment of the themes is fiction. Wani. Not entirely related. I've been banging out. For a number of suggestions for stuff to come. Huh. What's the next chapter? Triple G, Geralt Gamer Gator. Minor spoilers to the plot synopsis of OG Gundam and Zeta series. That is going to be a weak spot, because if these two are big fat nerds, it's going to be hard to, like, write them in that way. I put my little puppet paws, pop, 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 on the ground, pop, pop, pop. Shit. Now the little dun, 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 dun. It's Turtle Village. Dun. What are they gonna do with it? With Buster O Nuts? Anon isn't a fighting gamer, so. Could be a fun chapter though, because it's one of the chapters that has a lot of energy to it. It's a very technically involved chapter to write, from 4chan boards to fighting gamer slang to Gundam rants. Hmm. Going fast though. Look at the original. Well, how fast are we going chapter-wise? Yeah, we're kind of on par. So how do we end up with 33 chapters? I think a lot of them are bonuses, like they were bonus chapters, right? Yeah, they're all bonuses. It's a lot of fucking bonuses. Which is really weird when you get down to it. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd call this anything special. It's really hard piggybacking off the source material, and I don't know if that's a... I don't know, man. Anon feels weirdly superfluous to the narrative in a funny way, right? Like, Anon's core character traits aren't really leveraged. Oh. We'll see next time in the chapter where this should all come to a head. And if it doesn't, I'll just call it quitsies. I'm not in the mood for reading some weird fuckos. I filed off all the serial numbers.